Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very special day because I finally able to invite my friend Jaden into my channel.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaden and I'm from the Philippines. Mabuhay to everyone who's watching, especially to all our Filipinos and our fellow kababayans over there.
I sent Jaden a question a couple days ago because I don't want her to be impromptu, just to get ready. But this is about interracial dating. That's gonna be the topic of this video. What do you think are the differences between dating a foreigner and a
I
Filipino?
don't have much of an experience in terms of dating foreigners, but I do appreciate them in terms of them being upright. They're very frank. What you see is what you get, and that's what I like about them. They wouldn't sugarcoat. If they like you, they like you. But with Filipinos, they tend to actually put up a face, put up a personality just to win a woman, just to be their girlfriend. But with Americans, if they don't like you, they won't pursue you anymore.
That's because personally, I think when they go to the Philippines, they only have one main goal, and that is if it's either to find a wife or to find
Mm-hmm.
a long time partner. Because some
Mm-hmm.
of them come to the Philippines and some are divorced and they're trying to, they feel lonely and they want to find something serious. With Filipinos, I feel like, especially the young ones, they're not, like I said on my previous video, the young ones, they're like, they're not ready yet for a relationship, but they're gonna get in a relationship just to say that they're in a relationship. But they don't look further into the future. Is this gonna be going, do I see her as my wife or just a temporary partner for this phase of my life, in this phase of my life? When a foreigner go to the Philippines, they know what they're looking for. They're looking for a wife, if not a wife, a
Mm-hmm.
lifetime partner.
I think
Um,
it's also
Go ahead.
about the maturity of the person, I guess, as to how they see their dating. Again, it's all about your purpose. Why are you dating this person? Let's all go back to that idea or that principle. You date because of what? So I think that's one of the things that the Filipinos should understand in terms of dating. Because sometimes they're just dating somebody because this girl is the prettiest among their classmates, or this girl is somebody who is a really good catch, but not really diving into the real thing, which is commitment and being with that person for the rest of their lives.
No, yeah, yeah. Because some of them, because what I notice here personally, and this is just being, I'm just being honest, they
Mm-hmm.
mature really quick because they move out of their parents' house at an early age. My husband left his mom's house at what I think 18, 16. I think he left early because he want his own space and he want to be able to experience life, um, by himself. Because the more, obviously, the more life experiences you have, the mature you get, the more responsible you get, either with money, with spending habits. Like that's one thing that's good about the Western people, or let's just say here in America, is they would gain a lot of life experiences at an early age. While in the Philippines, like for me, I'm working right now and they're like, Beth, you're like 33? Yeah, I'm 33. I have a 4-year old turning 4. Like, you look young. And I was like, yeah, because in the Philippines, we're like protected by our, we're like very protected by our elders, to the point that when we move out, it's like we don't know what to do. We literally don't know what to do. When I moved here with my husband, it was very difficult. It was a very hard transition because,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I don't know, like, I've never lived alone by myself with a man, you know. So that's one thing that's good in America, is that they're adult, they move out and they have all these experiences in life. While in the Philippines, you're protected your whole life, and then at the end, you're gonna have, in the future, you're gonna have resentment because I could have done this at, like, when I was 20, 25, but now I'm 35 and I'm only learning about this. So there's negative and positive,
Mm-hmm.
aspect of that?
I think it's more about I agree with what you said, like exposure. People
Mm-hmm.
in in most Western countries are more independent in terms of their lives because that's what I respect about Western people is that they don't treat their children as kids. They treat them as adults. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as they do that, they have already given their children the liberty to learn life on their own and at the same time grow from it. Because I think Filipinos do lack that type of exposure. My dad always tells me that Filipino culture is good, but sometimes it's securing us too much that we don't know what's life out there. So I think that's one of the things that I think most women and men are struggling because we're not that exposed, we're not that experienced.
I had all of those realization when I moved here, when I'm married
Yeah.
and I moved here, because when you just in the Philippines and I'm just with my grandma, and I feel like because I'm an only child, the worst thing that my grandma, because I was raised by my grandma, the worst things that she could have imagined is I would come home pregnant, so I was scared too. It was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then I was like just a scared little cat inside, a mouse inside this little, it's not, I don't want to say it's a trap because it contributed to who the person I am today. But at the same time, like I said, there's pros and cons to that. Now I'm an adult and I'm just scared to make big decisions. It's always my husband, even though I I need to because now I'm a mom. And obviously, when I take my son to the doctor, I can't call my husband, hey, does he need to take this medicine? So, you know, it's just the pros and cons. I feel like you take the good thing and leave the bad thing behind, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, I feel like may palawot ta na king dating.
Isasabihin. But,
How did we
pero,
go?
pero ito naman kasi girl, in the Filipino culture, as they say, there's no perfect culture. There's no perfect way of raising children. There's no perfect way of doing things. It's as soon as you get into that level of maturity, you take in the good
Be
ones
quiet, okay?
and
Just
use the
wait.
bad ones to actually
Mama's talking.
improve, right? So I think that's one of the things that we should actually look at in terms of doing interracial dating, considering the differences in culture and how these people were raised. And that creates an impact as to how we approach our relationships in terms of dealing with our partner, with our girlfriend, with our husband. So it's very important that you know the culture as to how that person grew up, how that person was raised, because that's a really big consideration because that's where the person drives out his point of view, his decisions, how he reacts and treats you. It's very important. So you need to know that.
I think that's the very main purpose of interracial dating is to get to know each other culture. I mean, a lot of I'm pretty sure that a lot of Americans go to the Philippines because they first heard of something like a news or something, a place or something. It's part of the culture that made them wanted to go to the Philippines. And the main purpose of interracial is two culture combining together with respect and love, and then they'll make the best out of this two culture. That's the main thing about interracial dating.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself dating someone outside your race, or do you see yourself being involved in an interracial relationship in the future?
I really haven't thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I haven't indulged myself into it. But who knows? The Lord knows. But having that chance to get to know other people apart from our culture is for me an avenue for learning, an avenue for growth.
Mm-hmm.
If given a chance, why not? It's good to know somebody who would actually add up to your life. And that's I think one of the main reasons why we commit to somebody. We want to learn from somebody, and we want them to actually create an impact for us to grow as a person and be the better versions of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
why you don't want to date foreigner, and be honest.
Um, this is with all due respect to foreigners
Yeah,
out there.
just be
Um,
honest. I mean,
I feel like divorce is very easy to Western people. So I am that type of woman who you know from the very beginning, since we've been friends, that I dream of having a complete family. I wanted to be a loving mom, a good wife, and I want to take care of my family in the future. So I feel like when I'm gonna be dating a foreigner, and that foreigner would see something that he wouldn't approve of me after so many years, I think like divorce is very easy. They could just throw you away after not. Uh, I mean, I fear that's gonna happen to my family because I don't want my children to suffer. Because I've really had a really nice family. We have not been perfect, but we have been intact, and I wanted the same for my children in the future. So I don't want them to experience that pain of knowing that their mom and dad would separate just because of the westernized culture that if this man doesn't like you anymore, he could just divorce you just for certain. Because for me, marriage is being committed to a person, whether that person shows the good and the bad side. And I think it's not just also about the culture. It's about both of you decide on something and make it work.
right.
That's my biggest fear, actually.
I think, I honestly, I feel like you're valid. Your thoughts about dating a foreigner is valid, because it's actually happening. I feel like there are some foreigners out there that they just want, the girl for like, I don't know, a certain period of time, and then throw it throw her out. But at the same time, if you met someone, which is actually more than those that are just trying to play, just trying to play, there's actually more that are like more serious about this stuff. And
Yeah.
if you think of it, divorce in America, I feel like it's actually almost the same now within the Philippines. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it's just in America, it's just more of like paper. It's black and white. We sign, okay, we're done. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you find someone like me with my husband, we're constantly working to this goal of like having a full intact family, because we
Mm,
both, like, we both know how it feels to have not have one of the parent around. If you know how that felt, then you're gonna work hard on what you have to you're gonna work hard on what you have, so what happened before won't repeat again.
true.
It's just meeting the right person, and like communicating your thoughts and your opinions. And as long as you lay down all your expectate well, I don't I feel like expectation is bad. As long as you lay down, I wanted this, I wanted to have a family, I want everything to work out, they'll understand. And if they don't want that type of relationship, they'll leave. That's it. Like
Yeah.
I said, they're honest, and some of them, they don't have time to play games, because some of them are just ready to settle down too. There are people out there too that are just trying to play with a Filipina's emotion as well, because I've heard some stories that, after they slept together, he didn't call back, he didn't do anything, no communication, nothing at all. So not all foreigners are like, good foreigners. They're actually like, there's some there that will just use you.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so it has been almost 40 minutes, and I am going to edit this video now. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this conversation with my friend Jaden. Jaden, do you want to say something to our audience before I leave, or we finish?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to share my thoughts and to inspire others. Maybe I think my last words would be it's important that when you date, you are ready, you are committed to doing it, because you don't find love that easy. And once you found it, please take a good hold of it and treasure it, because not everybody is blessed to have true love and experience to be loved back. So to everyone who have their husbands and their girlfriends, treasure them. love them more, and value people who loves you. So thank you so much for this time.
That's it.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on our next video. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.